This week's Parsha has the famous pasuk, Ve'ahavta l'reacha kamocha, love others as you love yourself. It's a nice idea. I get the first part, love others. That's powerful. Just take a look for a minute at who you see around you right now. Pick somebody. That person is just as real as you are. Their pain is just as real as your pain. Their fear, anxiety, depression feel to them the same way yours feels to you. Other people are real. And just by exercising that muscle, we automatically become more forgiving, more empathetic, more understanding, and more compassionate. But kamocha, love them like you love yourself. Love them as much as you love yourself. Treat them like you would want to be treated. I would love it if my neighbor would trade me his Porsche for my Toyota. So if I'm the one with the more money or the nicer car or the better friends, then I have to make sure we're equal, share everything? No, that's communism. And that would make me a doormat. And we've all met doormats. Sometimes we see them every time we look in the mirror. So in what way can I possibly love others like as much as I love myself? Many commentaries ask this question. The Ramban says it's not about the action. It's just about wanting what's best for others. That we can all do. Hillel in the Talmud says it is about action, but it's only about the negative. Don't do unto others what you wouldn't want them to do to you. But there's no positive obligation. So I want to suggest an original approach. I think there is a way to love another as much as you love yourself, even in action. And that's by treating them in a way that's just as good for them as it is for you. Love isn't a zero-sum game. Not in relationships, not with the people you come across in your daily life. You're supposed to love other people as you love yourself, not at the expense of loving yourself. You don't have to be a nebuch for their sake, and you don't have to make them a nebuch just because you need something from them. There's a way to make every situation win-win. Me not going out for coffee with my coworker who kvetches all the time is good for me and good for them. He has to learn that maybe he would have more friends if he didn't kvetch all the time. I'm doing me and him a favor by saying, sorry, it doesn't work for me. I need to be around more positivity right now. If you give to the point of getting burned out or becoming resentful, that makes you less able to give thoughtfully. That's bad for both of you. The philosopher Immanuel Kant describes this as the categorical imperative. Act so that you treat humanity, whether in your own person or in that of another, always as an end and never merely as a means. In other words, don't use people as tools to get what you want, and don't let yourself be used as a tool either. When you respect someone else's inherent dignity and rationality, when you see them as a full person with their own goals and needs, you'll be able to navigate the relationship in a way that honors their autonomy and yours. But the Ramchal in Mesilat Yesharim, Path of the Just, takes this idea a step further. God runs the world. Nothing happens by accident. In fact, the word accident doesn't even exist in the Hebrew language. There's a reason why you're put in that challenging relationship to begin with, or having those annoying neighbors. God gave us these friends, family, spouses, children for a reason. Doing what's best for them will be what's best for you, and doing what's best for you will be what's best for them. Sometimes that means being more tolerant and forgiving, even if that's really hard for me. Sometimes that means being less tolerant and forgiving. And maybe that's really hard for me. When you find yourself saying, why do I always attract crazy? Or why don't people take me seriously? Or why is this relationship so out of balance? Look for an answer that's a win-win. It's not always comfortable. Okay, it's never comfortable, but it's always good, not just for them, but for you too. As I said, this is my own take on the mitzvah. I would genuinely love to hear your feedback. I really would. It would actually be win-win.